Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for everything that goes bump in the dark, and your fan stories told right here. Today's story comes from Tamara, and it is titled The Theorosa Bridge. Before we get into tonight's story, I want to let you in on something special. Ever wanted to get a jump on the paranormal action? Crave more chills, more thrills, more unexplained phenomena? Well, now's your chance. Become a member of our Patreon and get exclusive access to our early episodes. That's right, a whole week before anyone else. Not only that, but our Patreon episodes are completely ad-free, so you can dive right into the creepy without any interruptions. But that's not all. Patreon members also get a front row seat to our brand new ebook series, Paranormal Time Traveler. In this thrilling saga, our time-traveling investigator journeys back in time to explore the strange and unexplained stories submitted by you, our amazing listeners. So, if you're ready to take your paranormal obsession to the next level, head on over to Patreon and join the Paranormal Nightshift family. You won't want to miss what we have in store for you. Our Patreon link is in the description, or visit patreon.com/paranormal nightshift. Now, let's get into tonight's story. Theorosa's Bridge was more than just a local legend. It was a siren song, drawing in the curious and the brave or foolish, depending on your perspective. Growing up in the Wichita area, the tale of the tragic mother and her child was as familiar as the changing seasons. The bridge, a solitary span over the Arkansas River, held an almost mythical allure, cloaked in an aura of dread and fascination. One crisp autumn night, fueled by youthful bravado and a healthy dose of curiosity, my boyfriend and I decided to test the waters of the supernatural. It was a spooky season after all, and the veil between worlds was said to be at its thinnest. We armed ourselves with snacks, drinks, and a healthy dose of skepticism, ready to face whatever the night might bring. The drive to the bridge was filled with nervous laughter and idle chatter, a desperate attempt to dispel the growing unease. As we drew closer, the atmosphere shifted. The air seemed to thicken, carrying with it a palpable sense of sadness. The once cheerful conversation faltered, replaced by a heavy silence. My boyfriend and I exchanged nervous glances, our shared fear a silent acknowledgement of the impending encounter. The radio, once a comforting companion, suddenly fell silent. The static that followed was a jarring contrast to the eerie quiet of the night. We pulled up to the bridge, the headlights illuminating the weathered concrete structure. It was a simple, unremarkable bridge, yet it carried the weight of a century-old tragedy. As we drove onto the bridge, the car seemed to slow on its own accord, as if reluctant to cross the threshold into the realm of the unknown. The air grew colder, and a strange, almost metallic taste filled my mouth. Then it happened. A piercing scream, raw and filled with anguish, echoed across the water. It was a sound that chilled me to the bone, a sound that seemed to seep into my soul. Simultaneously, the car shuddered, the headlights flickering erratically. I gripped the steering wheel tighter, my knuckles white. My boyfriend's face was a mask of terror, his eyes wide with fear. We both knew in that terrifying moment that we were not alone. The desire to escape consumed us. We fled the bridge, the engine roaring as we raced away from the haunting cries. The rest of the drive home was a blur, filled with silence, broken only by the rapid beating of our hearts. In the days that followed, the memory of that night haunted me. Was it the power of suggestion, the collective imagination of generations feeding into a shared delusion, or had we truly encountered the tormented spirit of Theorosa? I don't know the answer, but one thing is certain. Theorosa's bridge is no ordinary place, and its secrets remain shrouded in mystery, a testament to a tragedy that continues to echo through the night. Remember, if you want to support the show, head on over to our Patreon page. Your contributions help us keep the lights on, the stories flowing, and the time traveler fueled up for his next adventure. But hey, if you can't support us financially, no worries. Just sharing the show with a friend or rating us on your favorite podcast platform goes a long way. And if you've got a spooky story of your own, we'd love to hear it. Share it with us right here on Paranormal Nightshift. You never know, your story might just become the next chapter in the Paranormal Time Traveler series and told here on the show. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the unexplained, your ears open for the unheard, and your minds open to the possibilities.